podcast, or just want to connect better, this changes how you show up. It's free, it's live, and I might have a surprise guest joining us. Here's what you do. Go to tavistalks.com. That's tavistalks.com. Scan the QR code, click the registration link, and you're in. It's January 26th, 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm keeping this intimate. Don't miss it. I'll see you in class.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
People are tired, and it's leading to interpersonal conflict issues for all of us. This is more than fatigue. It looks like laziness, but it's really exhaustion. I was reading a survey yesterday, and it revealed that 80% of the respondents experience something called productivity anxiety, this unshakable feeling that there's always more to do, but no time to breathe. Many people are feeling this constant pressure, and it's chipping away at their resilience. It's making us all less likely to press forward and more likely to settle for what's convenient rather than what's best. Look, when we're overwhelmed, we lean on shortcuts to conserve what little energy we have left. Decisions are made for survival, not for success. And it's this internal tug of war we feel between what we want to achieve and what we feel capable of actually doing. It's brain fog and sickness in our bodies. It's abandoning relationships because somewhere along the way we lost ourselves, forget about everybody else. This is the interpersonal conflict that so many people are dealing with. And it's because so many people don't know how to create space. The world is telling us to speed up, but our bodies are saying, slow down. So my question is, who are you listening to? Because you may need to quit a job or take a break from something. Unemployment won't kill you nearly as quickly as unhappiness and unhealth will. However you need to do it, and whatever the issue is, you got to step away from the noise. Pray, journal, meditate, sit in stillness and let your mind recover. Because your peace is the missing piece to your success, and you got to go get it.
Andy, who was that? That was Ryan Dunlap. Love to hear the words of wisdom. Happy MLK Day. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. The Voice of Reason live in the heart of the Crenshaw District, Leimert Park, Los Angeles, California. Man, it was a struggle getting in here, but I'm here. Let's get busy tonight. Heavy topic. But before I do that, Andy, I got to represent Pasadena on MLK Day. I mean, I got to do it. Listen, when I was a child, So my great uncle, his name is Samuel McWhorter. Samuel was a record producer back in the 60s and 70s. He actually produced the record, Put a Little Love in Your Heart. But from producing those records, he also purchased a brownstone in Old Town, Pasadena. As children, the whole family would go to Old Town and we would spend the night on New Year's Eve. The whole family was there on New Year's Eve, and we would wake up and watch the Rose Bowl, the parade. But another amazing memory I had in that studio was we filmed a video and recorded a song in that studio well before MLK Day was a reality. So the MLK Day song that all black folk know, everybody had videos, so they played it. I want to play a little bit of it today because this holiday always reminds me of this video. I was there as a child, and I met all of the stars in this video. Play it, Andy. Let the folk know what our folks contributed to this whole situation. Is this a remix? I love it. No, that's it.
Once a year, we celebrate Washington and Lincoln on their birthday. So now our third name is added to the list of men of peace, strong major justice. Now, every January on the third Monday, we pay homage to the man who paved the way for freedom, justice, and equality, to make the world a better place for you and me. It's a holiday, it's a gathering for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. King tried to love somebody.
Do you wanna love somebody?
For his sake, put your head away.
Take a little love somebody.
Don't play on the holiday when the fine way.
Everybody loves somebody.
Everybody sing,
Oh yeah,
for Martin Luther King. Come on, oh, let freedom ring.
Yeah!
Luther King, now sing.
Hey, man, I was very proud as a kid. I mean, this was a special day for us. Come on, Pasadena, stand up big time. I love it, man. I think my favorite part of the song is when Whitney come in, boy. Whitney Houston. It was fire. But we're going to get back to our topic today. We just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge the greatness of the brother, Martin Luther King Jr. Man, still, only at 39 years old, he set a high bar for black manhood to aspire to. So definitely want to give him his flowers. He deserves them. He worked really hard, and a lot of what he worked for still appears to be in jeopardy, right? We're living in some wild times. This is why this relationship show is so important. The first clip that we played was, they were talking about fatigue, the fatigue of life, fatigue of relationships. And that leads me to my topic tonight. I'm tired. I had a conversation with a young lady. And her friends that were supporting this conversation were all talking about how they're tired of relationships and they could do it themselves, and I'm better off by myself, and I'm sitting there listening as objectively as I possibly can, and I'm also thinking, like, we don't live in a society that really teaches resilience, and so it inspired me to do the topic tonight. I'm tired. I can't take any more relationship disappointments. What are the occult characteristics of those who suffered too much? A deep plummet into trauma psychology and survival personality. That's our topic tonight. How many of you are tired of dealing with folk? Relationships have been disappointing. You're tired of signing up to the same relationship course. How many lessons do I have to learn? When are the lessons going to be over? When am I just going to be happy? When is it just going to be easy? Are relationships ever easy? Even the successful ones? 1-800-920-1580. People keep saying, I'm tired. I can't take any more relationship disappointment. But tiredness does not end patterns. Fatigue does not end patterns. It reorganizes power. Tonight's conversation does not ask who suffered, how badly, or why. It asks what suffering now earns, what it permits, and what it quietly extracts from others. Some forms of pain never resolve because they remain profitable. Uh-oh. What pain remains profitable in your spirit? 1-800-920-1580. They convert vigilance into authority, exhaustion into exemption, and sensitivity into leverage. They turn relationships into adaptive systems where one nervous system sets the temperature and everyone else adjusts or exits. Not through cruelty, but through credibility. The traits people call too much: hyper-awareness, intensity, withdrawal, humor, distance, fragility, often survive because they work. They produce a favorable outcome. But they also reduce credibility and accountability. They redirect responsibility. They keep negotiations suspended while costs continue to accrue with someone else's account. This episode attempts to interrogate the unspoken economy surrounding those who suffered too much. Who adapts first? Who waits longer? Who apologizes faster? Who is owed by God a better person and relationship scenario? Who learns the rules without ever agreeing to them? Will we not debate, or we will not debate whether the suffering happened? We can't do that. But we will audit what it now does to us. At what point does protection become control? When does exhaustion become veto power? I'm tired. I don't want to talk about it. I'm tired of this. This conversation ain't going nowhere. I'm tired. I'm pulling the plug. How often does pain history silence feedback because naming impacts risk, right? Which appears cruel. This conversation removes moral distance. If you have ever walked on eggshells, managed your tone, suppressed your needs, or accepted ambiguity to preserve peace, you already participate in this system. How many of you are tired of dealing with a person like that? How many of you feel exhausted in your relationship because you can't have a real conversation? Is it on you or is it on them? I'm interested to know, could you both be culpable for creating this environment? And here's the cold part. Some people even benefit from it. If you have ever justified withdrawal, unpredictability, or refusal through past pain, you might benefit from this type of activity. Tonight's question is not who suffered. It is who pays the cost now. And what collapses when suffering loses its currency and must answer for its present effects. I'm interested to know. Why do we get so tired with other people, but we have so much tolerance with what's wrong with us? Could those people be pressing on our reserves so we can look inward to try to resolve whatever magnet is calling them in? What happens when you finally snitch on your trauma to your higher self? Yes, I'm asking you to be a trauma snitch. I'm asking you to snitch on your trauma to your higher self. Saying no to trauma still lets it believe it holds legitimacy. Snitching removes trauma's immunity. Snitching means exposure. Snitching means evidence. You got to turn state's evidence on your wounds. Snitching means your higher self stops taking your survival story at face value and starts running surveillance. This moment does not feel like healing. For many people, snitching on yourself, snitching on your wounds to your higher self feels like treason because trauma survives in secrecy. You're tired because you want the person to show up right. You're tired because you don't want to face yourself. You don't have the energy to face yourself, but you have the desire to have someone fit and mold and contort themselves to fit you, to fit your wounds. Let me say it again. Trauma survives in secrecy, the backroom deals, the unchallenged authority, by operating as an informant on your behalf while never getting questioned itself. Snitching means you finally stop protecting the strategy that once protected you. Oh, when I come forward, I want to know why you so tired of your lover. You picked him. You chose him, you dig? When we come forward, the voice of reason will keep the fire lit.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PATH25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PATH25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code PATH25.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
They say I'm nasty, but I don't give a damn. Getting girls is how I live. Some ask me questions, why am I so real? But they don't understand me, or really don't know the deal about a brother trying hard to make it right. Not long ago, before I win this fight, everybody's talking all this stuff about me.
So we've heard it, right? People will avoid you when they know that they've done you wrong. But it's not always for the most obvious reason that we think, right? Shame, guilt, yes, that's a part of it. However, people can be very self-centered, but also very selfish, right? They are more concerned about their own experience. A lot of times we are very much okay subjecting people to experiences, things, and behaviors that we ourselves don't want to experience. So a person may avoid apologizing to you, not just out of pride, shame, guilt, ego, and a lack of integrity and or accountability, but it's a selfishness experience. I don't want to experience rejection the same way I subjected you to it. Because when we do apologize, we are putting ourselves in a position to be rejected. We are putting ourselves in a position to not necessarily be forgiven. We are putting ourselves in a position to be treated the same exact way we were comfortable and willing to treat another person when it was convenient for us. So just remember, people will avoid you for a lot of things when they've done you wrong. But sometimes, a lot of times, it's because they don't want to feel wrong the same way they wrong you.
Aren't you tired of survival mode? Aren't you tired of manipulating others? You tired of not getting what you want because you've never put the effort into getting it out of yourself, mining it out of yourself. That was Isaiah Frizzelli. Let's go back to this point. This is important, man. I need you to become an internal informant. You need to put your wounds on surveillance. You need to study yourself. You're only tired because you think what you want comes from another. What you want actually comes from yourself. What you get in another is a reflection of what you've given to yourself. I need you to start snitching on your wounds. Your wounds are running an undercover operation where manipulation and overusage and over-reliance on others drains you. Snitching means you finally stop protecting the strategy that once protected you. I need you to go wire yourself. right? You need to record your reactions. You need to stop romanticizing your exhaustion. Oh, I'm tired of people. I don't like people. I need to move. People irritate me. No, people irritate the wounds you have neglected. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did you hear what I said? People irritate me. No, it's in reverse. People irritate the parts of yourself you've orphaned, you've neglected. Stop romanticizing your exhaustion. Everybody's talking about they tired and relationships are hard and they don't work. Well, that's because the hardest relationship, right, that you can ever get into is the relationship with oneself. You'd rather go the escape route and try to have a relationship, a healthy relationship with another person when your relationship with yourself isn't healthy. Stop mistaking your overwhelm for the truth. Stop confusing intensity for depth. Please let your higher self know about what's going on in these unchecked, wounded streets in your spirit. Let your higher self hear, right, the pattern, raw, unfiltered, unexcused, uninterrupted. Every time you shut down a conversation, you know what you do, because you tired. Oh, I'm tired. I ain't got the energy for this. Because you've never cultivated it within self, the inner resilience. Every time you weaponize fatigue, every time you disappear instead of negotiating in the present, every time you let fear make a new policy for your intimate relationships, every time you outsource self-confrontation to a partner, you do not explain it, you do not justify it, you do not spiritualize it, you log it. That act alone destabilizes the entire regime. When I come forward, the most revolutionary relationship talk show in the world will keep cooking.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Talks are stalled and picketing continues in New York City's largest nurses' strike ever. More than 15,000 nurses are now in week 2 of a walkout at New York City hospitals.
It has been to take care of our patients for safety and for things that how we can take care of New York City together.
Nurses are demanding guaranteed health benefits, safer staffing levels, and better security. New Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger broke inauguration tradition by wearing white to honor the women's suffrage movement instead of the traditional morning suit. She was joined by Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones, the Commonwealth's first black Attorney General, and State Senator Ghazala Hashmi, the first Muslim woman elected statewide. And Nike is marking Martin Luther King Jr. Day with a special Honor the King LeBron 23 sneaker. The teal design is inspired by the Lorraine Motel, now the National Civil Rights Museum, where King was assassinated in 1968. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Hi, I'm Tavish Smiley. You may have heard me talk about the new course I'm teaching, The Art of Conversation. Well, it's here, and I'm holding a live, free preview session on January 26th at 6 p.m. Pacific. Here's why this matters. For almost 40 years, I've made my living having conversations that count. Presidents, activists, artists, people who've changed the world. And I've learned something in the process. Most folk have no idea how to ask a real question, how to listen, how to create a moment. Whether you're building a business, leading a team, hosting a podcast, or just want to connect better, this changes how you show up. It's free, it's live, and I might have a surprise guest joining us. Here's what you do. Go to TavishTalks.com. That's TavishTalks.com. Scan the QR code, click the registration link, and you're in. It's January 26th, 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm keeping this intimate, Don't miss it. I'll see you in class.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
It's never too early to start talking about money in realistic ways with your kids. JP Morgan Chase navigates how to educate your kids now about creating long-lasting, healthy money habits. Whether your kids are in elementary school, high school, or college, now is a great time to start a conversation about ways to create healthy money habits as they grow, ultimately benefiting their financial future. Talking about money in a realistic way to support your kids' lifestyle and dreams, your first banking account geared towards high school or college. It's never too early. Explaining the basics, what you earn and what you spend, building financial confidence starts with getting organized. Learning and practicing vital money skills now will stay with them for life. Tools they will have to stay on top of their finances and achieve their goals. This segment is sponsored by JP Morgan Chase.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
girl, and do it right this time.
Thoughts are parents, and feelings are the children. You cannot emotionally feel what you do not mentally think, because thoughts are parents, and our emotions, our feelings are the children, which is how we end up saying things like, man, I just feel like if they would, I just feel like I'm not as good as, well, I just feel like I'm too old. I feel like I'm not qualified. I don't feel like I'm good enough. Notice how you are feeling is due to how you're thinking. Well, I just feel like if I do this, then I can help them. I can help them change because I feel like my purpose, I feel like if I serve them, I feel like, please hear me, y'all, please. Know your value in Christ. Know who you are in Christ, because if you don't, you will end up trying to save the very people who are drowning you in compromise. I just feel like they're jealous of me, so I'm gonna move in silence. First off, number one, you wouldn't have to move in silence if you were surrounded by people who love to see you win. If you were surrounded by people who love to see you grow. If you were surrounded by people who love to see you evolve. If you were surrounded by people...
Listen, Pastor Jeffrey Flowers, let me just say this. This is an equal spiritual wisdom opportunity show. My niece, she pulls these videos together. And they come from all walks of life. It could be a Buddhist monk. It could be a Christian pastor. It could be an Islamic imam. It doesn't matter. Wisdom is wisdom, regardless of what cultural, religious belief system. Wisdom is wisdom, and we use it all here. Let me just say, my TikTok is on fire. KBLA's YouTube page is on fire. We're in here. So I know, listen, I ran into a man by the name of Frank at the post office. I was walking into the post office to ship off some packages. And I was walking, as I walked out, the man said, Zoe Williams, voice of reason? I said, yes, sir. He said, man, you something. You interesting. Oh, you interesting. But he, you know, LA folk, they not going to call in. He said, you interesting. And he said, man, I reached out to Tavis and said, who is this guy? Where did you find this guy? Listen, I know that the topics are triggering. I know it's easier to talk to me in the streets. Hey, Zoe, I listen now. Oh, I ain't gonna never call in, but I listen. He told me as we drove off down the street, he pulled up right next to me and was like, you know what? I might call in one day. Just remember Frank from the post office. I said, I got you, Frank. Don't be afraid to call. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. The voice of reason is on complete fire. We have the most nuanced, riveting, competitive, combative, incendiary, radical, challenging, thought-provoking, ego-destabilizing relationship conversations in the world. Nobody's talking about relationships like this. Nobody's doing it. But the reason why I brought up the TikTok page and the YouTube page, and now we're live on Facebook, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a sister by the name of Monica in the chat posed a great question. I want her to pose it again. It was about maintaining peace. If she could pose that question one more time, I want to read it again. See, people losing the energy to be in a relationship or losing the energy to make it work, that has everything to do with the work you haven't done with self. And when her question pops back up, I'm going to read it again. But I'm telling you, man, the quality of the relationship with oneself, the truth you tell yourself, the truth you avoid. Ross Rosenberg said, observe, don't absorb. Krishnamurti said, The highest form of intelligence is to be able to observe without, right, evaluation. Sometimes it's easier to evaluate our partners than it is to evaluate ourselves, right? We expect them to show up in ways that we don't hold ourselves, to that kind of standard, but we hold them to it. Do you think having a peace of mind makes you selfish? That's what Monica Barrett said that's her question from TikTok. Do you think having a peace of mind makes you selfish? No. Peace is not selfish, but quiet is. Anything you got to maintain, listen, let's break it down. Anything you got to maintain has obsolescence built into it. Peace is a spiritual state of mind. Once you achieve peace, you don't have to maintain it. Peace is like a brand new car. It depreciates as soon as you drive it off you find a moment of peace and then you get around a new circle of people, you got to recalibrate peace. Or quiet, I should say. Peace is a high level of consciousness. Quiet is trying to maintain and control and maintain balances, or boundaries, I should say. Many people think they have peace, but in fact, they only have quiet, which is why they have to maintain it, right? This is why the famous black line, who gonna be there? That's black people, right? Who gonna be there? Let me know up front. Because you maintaining quiet, you've never tapped into peace. And I've given you this metaphor before. Jesus was in the belly of the boat. He was asleep. It was a full storm raging. Everybody else is panicking. Do you understand? Everybody's panicking. They go down and get Jesus. Jesus comes to the deck. Everybody's panicking. Jesus is still in peace. He looks at the raging waters. He says, peace, be still. He didn't say quiet, be still. Many people are mislabeling quiet as peace. Quiet comes out of mindfulness, out of internal solitude, where, listen to what I'm saying, and I might be misstating it, peace comes out of this internal solitude, right? Peace, not quiet. Peace is high consciousness. Where peace exists, anxiety cannot. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, right? Anxiety can't exist where true peace lives. And your partner, I know people don't want to hear this, but your partner can't bring you peace. They can only reflect the peace you have in you back to you. We got to stop looking for our partners to make it right. We have to learn how to embody the things that we have turned into unrealistic expectations for them. It's only going to last so long when you're relying on an outsourced source of, pardon the term, peace. Listen, when I come forward, the voice of reason is going to the phone lines. I have one of my favorite callers on the line. I definitely want to talk to her. She always has something great to say. But I hope I answered Monica's question. Monica on TikTok, let me know if I handled that question for you adequately enough. And if not, I'll come back. Listen, when we come forward, the voice of reason gonna keep this Monday night barn fire going. Let's go.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapor Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family.
And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We're gonna take it nice and slow. Hey, girl, we're gonna take it nice and slow. Oh, girl, let it flow. I'm so glad took the time to look into each other's mind. We didn't go too far, too fast. And now we know each other well. The things that only time can tell. We've got a love that's gonna we were friends before we were lovers, and isn't that the way it should be?
All I do when I meditate is I just sit. And all the things that you think you need to do, you don't have to do because stuff's happening. And when we go, what do I do with my mind? Like, do I bring my attention back to my breath? Sure, but that tangent that your mind went off on is also important. And you're labeling it a tangent is you're saying that this thing is far and not important. But whatever's coming up is important and needs to be seen. Even if it feels like it's something from 30 years ago, it needs to be seen because you've constantly seen it as something that doesn't need to be seen. And the way life works is so cool. It'll keep coming up until you see it. And you can't outwit love. You can't outwit the universe. So you can't trick it or forgive something to get rid of it. You actually are put in a position where you have to grow and transcend stuff just by actually experiencing real love and forgiveness.
Ooh. When was the last time you truly forgave yourself and let it all go? When was the last time you embraced yourself without judgment? When was the last time you embraced yourself without criticism? When is the last time you embraced yourself, your whole self, without comparison? Come on. The voice of reason. Live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is. We got folks in the building. I want to talk to people, man. TikTok is on fire. YouTube is on fire. Facebook is on fire. And the airwaves are on fire. Let me get one of our callers in here. Love her. Val from Los Angeles is in the house. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, Val?
Greetings.
Greetings.
We spoke about tired, I think, on my second call.
Yeah?
And I said tired because I have been in relationships since 1987. And this was the first year, this past year has been my first year not reflecting anybody else. Not my children, not my man, not my husband, boo thing, situation thing, or whatever. But a couple months later, that tired, I realized, was my nervous system and physical exhaustion because I had been in anxious attachment style and moved to secure attachment style. And I just needed to rest.
Yeah.
And learn how to reflect myself and look at myself with loving eyes. And when I was single before, a decade or so ago, I used to take myself out dancing once a month. And I'd hit the floor before anybody and stay till the sweat dripped down my legs. Because I just needed to dance.
Needed to move.
You know,
Yes.
What are you doing? Oh, you want to go out? No, I just need to dance. I'm not avoiding. I just need to dance. And listening to what we need to do and following that, it's courageous. Is healing and cathartic.
Yes.
And I think if we, being the anxious attachment style, I thought I was being selfish. But no, my love language is acts of service. And I move in peace. And I can touch a person and tell them where they hurt me. And prove that in love. And not for anything else. I find that people find that really hard to accept as genuine. So I say to myself, because you don't get mad at the pigs when you cast your pearls before swine. You know those pigs in the first place. Some things are just not appropriate for everybody. And just because you can heal them don't mean you should.
I love it. Listen, don't go nowhere. You're going to stay with me for a second. Because you're saying some things that are quite profound. First off, taking a break and getting tired is part of the human condition. Right? When you're tired, you take a break. Right? But we can't turn that break, and I want your thoughts on this. We can't turn that break into an extended absence or an excuse to never show up. I mean, we can, but the reality of it is many of us have said, you know what? I'm opting out. Relationship is a psycho-spiritual university where one comes into the knowledge of themselves. But because we come in to relationships looking to get something, right? Oftentimes when we don't get what we want, we give up on the process. And then those breaks become longer and longer because they're fueled by dissatisfaction. What are your thoughts on that particular perspective?
Well, I've had 4 great loves in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past season, I have called and gained closure for and with 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta be afraid and do it anyway.
Be afraid and do it anyway. I love it.
Because it's the worst thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I did not realize that they were carrying the weight that they were carrying. And giving them the actual truth as opposed to the stories they told themselves was healing for both of us.
Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Stay right there, Val. Ooh, Val, you cooking. She said, telling them to, talking to them and getting them off the story that they were telling themselves. Stay right there, Val. I want you to share this with the folks because you are cooking. Valerie from LA up in here.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Talks are stalled and picketing continues in New York City's largest nurses' strike ever. More than 15,000 nurses are now in week 2 of a walkout at New York City hospitals.
Has been to take care of a patient.